Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I've got this great collection of Gemini Element Elegant Panel Cutting Dies from our friends at Crafters Companion. I can't wait to show you some of the really beautiful cards that these beautiful cutting dies make, so come play with us. This first cutting die I want to show you, this is the Entwining Vines cutting die, and it looks like this when it's cut out of white cardstock. I'm going to show you the die here. This easily fits through a cutting die machine with a 6-inch wide platform, no problem at all. Just go through this direction. This card that I made, this happy birthday card, I used lots of fun goodies with this one. I wanted to show you first, I actually cut the actual beautiful Entwining Vines die from the Seasonal Splendor cardstock. It has this really beautiful 2 shades of green. I used the lighter one. And then I also used some fantastic cutting dies that coordinate with that cardstock. This is the Seasonal Splendor cutting die. That's where I got my little happy birthday there from. And then there's some really sweet little chipboard pieces here, some little acorns. That's the Seasonal Splendor chipboard. And for that, I just took the surface of this roasted coffee ink pad and I sort of dragged it across the surface right there. And then I used another ink pad, I think it was called Storm. It's listed below in our products used. Just added that to those sweet little vines. Then I added some, these are Wishing Bubbles in Limeade. Yes, Limeade is the color on these. Added those around the sweet little flowers. And here are the flowers. This is Rustic Blooms in Marigold and Cranberry. They're from 49 in Market, and I just added those and the leaves in little clusters here and then put those little wishing bubbles there. Topped my little tag there with a little bit of burgundy ribbon. It's a really fun and charming card, and it can take you through fall, through the winter as well. Right, so for my next card, I used, this is Rambling Roses die. This is what the die looks like here. And you can see it's very intricate, and here's what it looks like. I cut this out of white glitter cardstock, and then I also used this beautiful pink glitter cardstock as well. I'm going to show you the card here. There we go. This is a 6.5 by 5-inch card, and what I did is I cut my pink glitter cardstock just a little bit shy of the bottom. I left about 1 inch there at the bottom, and then glued that little rectangle there, and then cut my beautiful Rambling Roses out of the white glitter cardstock. I don't know if you can see that glitter on there. It's just really beautiful, a lot of sparkle. And then I took a couple colors ink. I used Evergreen Prism, and this is Olive Green. And I used some little dauber applicators to just apply a little bit of that color to the leaves. So I just started sort of at the base here of each leaf and just add a little bit of that darker evergreen. And then I went to the olive green and just started blending that from the top down into that darker green, just like that. Very easy to do, and it just adds a nice little touch there. Okay, and then in order to adhere this to the glitter, there's a couple of different ways you can do that. You can use sticky specks, which are these fantastic little adhesive dot sheets, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But I find that it doesn't grab the glitter cardstock as well as just Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue, in which case I just turned it over and hit all the large areas, a couple there around the actual blossoms, and this really helped it stick to that glitter cardstock, which is kind of chunky. All right, and then I added a beautiful white border at the bottom. You can see that right there. That is from, this is Pearl and Pastels Fancy Border Dazzle Stickers. They come in all these beautiful finishes, and somewhere in here is a white set. There we go. Come on, white set. Here we go. And I used this really beautiful one that's right there, if you can see that. and placed that just along the bottom of that pink glitter cardstock, and then added, these are script greeting dazzles, and they also come in all kinds of finishes. I loved the gold one, and I just added the best wishes there. So not only can you use this one vertically, but you can also use it horizontally. I find that to be true of all of these. All right, and this next one, this one is Perfect Peonies. Okay, and this is what this one looks like out of white cardstock. Here, for this card, this is also the 5 by 6.5 inch card. I cut this one out of hammered gold paper. Okay, really a beautiful, beautiful metallic gold, and it's got this, yeah, this hammered little bits to it, so it's got some texture, which I love. So I used the sticky specs to adhere that to just the white card front. And then I went ahead and put my die through the machine again, this time using this really nice pink from a Nesting Place solid cardstock. And then I just took these little pieces, and I found that using my little pokey tool was very handy. And I just pulled each one of these pieces up one at a time, just like this. Put a little glue on them, and as far as the glue, I just put a little puddle on my scrap of paper and just sort of took my little petal and just went like that through it to get some glue on it. And then I just placed them right there and filled in all these spaces. And when I showed this to a friend, she was like, oh my gosh, did that take forever? And it really didn't. It took about 10 minutes. And I thought that was a good time well spent for that card. And then around the edges here, these are these beautiful thin line dazzle stickers, gold, and you can buy them individually by the sheet, also listed below in the products used. And then this wonderful collection of tiny words and phrases, which is just perfect when you don't have a lot of room for a greeting, but you just want to add a note or happy birthday. These come in all these great finishes. I use the gold, of course. All right, and for my last card, so this is the Elegant Butterflies. This is what the die looks like. This is what it looks like out of white cardstock. You can see here that these butterfly wings are die cut, so you can sort of lift them up like that and give them some dimension, which is just really beautiful. And the card I made with this did just that. So I'm going to show you how to put this one together. First of all, what I did was I die cut it from watercolor paper. And it's just a little thicker. It does well when you're using watercolor products with that. And I am using, this is Cosmic Shimmer Pixie Sparkles, and I'm using this in Beyond Blue and Fuchsia Rose. So we're going to get kind of messy here. So I'm going to get sort of set up. Before I do, I wanted to show you that I used for the background paper, this is 6 by 6 pattern cardstock. This is flowing ink. Just put that right there, trimmed that down for my 5 by 6.5 inch card. And for the center of the little flowers, what I did was I took my cute little flowers here, and I just used my tiny little scissors, and I just cut away these little flowers just like that. And once everything was done on my card, I cut those away and then glued them around the card, and then just added some pink Jewel Dazzle stickers. And you can either use the pokey tool to remove these and place them. You can also use, this is a jewel picker, and it has two ends. It has a large end here and a small end. And I find that the large end is just perfect for picking up these little stickers and then just placing them where you'd like. Okay, so then I made a little tag. Well, first I wrapped the binding here with jute twine, and then added a little sticker to sort of personalize that for a sister, but you could also put it for a grandmother, a granddaughter, a mother, a friend. and add those as well. So let's get to the fun part here of coloring. So we've got our watercolor paper that's been die cut. I've got my craft mat here, which is essential when you're making a mess. I'll move some things out of the way here so we don't get everything else messy. There we go. All right, so the first thing you want to do is, I like to take my little bottle of water. It's a little spritzer that's available at Paper Wishes, and everything that I'm showing you today is available at Paper Wishes. We have a great money saver, I should mention, on all 4 dies if you look right over there on the right hand side. And also, if you're interested in 1 or 2 things, look below this video and the products used and you'll see everything. And if you're also watching us on YouTube, look below the video in the description box and you'll have a link there and it'll take you right to this Paper Wishes webisode page. You can see everything I just mentioned. All right, so you guys, we're taking our little water. I like to go ahead and put a little bit of mist on this first, because when you are adding this Beyond Blue, I like to just tap, 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 tap it, just like this. And that first spritz of water, it's just floating down. It kind of grabs it and helps you to not have it fly around everywhere. Sometimes you just give it a little squeeze if you want a little bit more. You want to go pretty heavy on things. So as I'm going around here, I want to get it pretty heavy. I'm not going to get as much on the butterflies. Okay, so I'm not avoiding them completely, but I'm going to put the sparkle or fuchsia rose rather on the butterflies. So I'm going to try to keep that a little less blue. All right, it feels like I'm putting a lot on here, but I know when I originally did this, I really laid it on thick. So we're going to start with this. We're going to sort of activate this with the water. And now we can go back and add the fuchsia rose. I'm going to do that over each butterfly. Ooh, golly, did get a lot on that one. All right, and we're really going there. And there we go. And now we're going to activate that with another little mist there. Really wanting to get, because I have a lot of fuchsia rose on there, want to get that really wet. All right, now you can either leave this here and just let it dry, okay, or you can just pick this up. You can blot it, actually. Let me grab this. You can see here. You can either take like a tissue or something and just blot it like that, right? But what I like to do is just move it out of the way. And then you've got all this wonderful color, so we don't want to waste that at all. So just take another one of these and just go right over that, you guys, and just utilize all that beautiful color. And you're not wasting any of that. And then you can do the other side as well. And you can either take, you can even take other designs, and then you can add those to really any of your die cut elements, right? And then just put these aside, and you're not wasting that color at all. So you guys, while I clean this up, and I just want to remind you to check out the Money Saver right over there on the right hand side of the screen, and also the products used below our video. And you know what? Subscribe, sign up for our videos, especially on YouTube. We do 3 to 5 of these a week, and I don't want you to miss any of them. So you know what? Come back and I will see you next time. Bye.